Hello, this is Bonnie from the Village Mercantile, the garden specialist here, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about some of my favorite plants that will help add beauty to your landscape, resilience, and low water and low maintenance. And some of these I'm standing in front of, and this is our section with Xeric and native plants. And this is definitely a Xeric plant. It's a Bubba desert willow, and desert willows come in different colors. This one particularly, the Bubba, is well known for the larger leaves, the greener foliage, and the absolutely beautiful deep colored flowers that hummingbirds adore. And then there's the common desert willow, which you see everywhere, and we have an example of it right over here with the pale pink flowers, and we have one in the corner. And that is another one that's absolutely drop dead, easy to grow, and that's something you want to consider when you're buying plants for your garden and your landscape. These are all Xeric plants. This is another one of my very favorite shrubs, and this is called a fern bush, and it blooms, starts blooming at this time of year, has these wonderful white blossoms, very easy to take care of, requires absolutely very little maintenance, and it's called a fern bush because the leaves are ferny, and it's a very Xeric plant once it's established, and that's a very important principle. A lot of plants are Xeric, native and Xeric, but it's once they are established, and that takes a little bit of activity on your part, making sure they're planted right, making sure you're using a good soil amendment, digging the hole properly and really breaking the soil up. A limited amount of watering, but it's very important that they get water, especially when they're just rooting in and getting ready. This is a blue mist caryopteris, and it has buds on it right now, and you're going to see these in a lot of places. And this is one of my favorite shrubs for low water and low maintenance because it has beautiful blue flowers, and bees absolutely adore them. And we all love bees, and we want plenty of bees in our environment. So these are great for pollinating and pollinators. And this is called the caryopteris, and it comes in different shades of blue. And we have these at the Village Mercantile, and I make sure that they're always in stock. This is another plant that's absolutely wonderful, is the Apache plume over here. And this is in the rose family, actually. Hard to believe, but this is actually a rose. And the Apache plume is another workhorse plant that's a xeriscape plant, and after it blooms, it gets these wonderful ferny, feathery seed pods. And small birds like yellow finches love going in here and eating the seed pods later after it's bloomed. It's great. So we do have this in a 5-gallon if you want instant gratification. Get it in there, and it does really beautifully. Or if you want a starter plant, these are 1 gallons, and they're very reasonable. And I like to make a point of having both sizes when possible, because that gives you a lot of options for filling in areas and creating a beautiful and durable landscape. Another one of my favorite plants is the mountain mahogany, and this is a curl leaf mountain mahogany. It does have a little tiny bit of fuzzy Corylus cottonwood on it right now, but this is a wonderful plant, and in the winter and a year-round, this is actually an evergreen. An evergreen in the sense not like a pine or a spruce, but it's an evergreen deciduous with leaves, and well taken care of. It will stay evergreen and grow into a very beautiful, very large tree-like shrub. And this is the curleaf mountain mahogany. There's other mountain mahoganies here, the true mountain mahogany, the hairy mountain mahogany. Those are all wonderful plants for your xeriscaping. And so those are just some of the examples. In terms of large shade trees, which you want to think about, the desert willow and the desert willows I consider like a ornamental shade. But then for large shade trees, you want to come over here and see these beautiful elms. And the elms are, this is called the frontier elm, and you might want to stand back and get a full tall shot of this. This is a magnificent elm, which is not the weedy local Siberian elm, which takes over and sets weed pods everywhere. This is a Siberian elm. You're not going to get lots of seed pods from this. You're going to get a beautiful fall red color, and it is going to provide you with maximum amount of shade for the minimum amount of effort on your part. And really, once it's established, it's a fairly low maintenance tree, low water tree. So these are some of the the beautiful plants at the Village Mercantile that I'd like you to have in mind when you're shopping and you're considering your landscape and improving it. And we have a good staff here that is friendly and will answer your questions. And I thank you for joining us today. Thank you.